Living in America, good old America. Unfortunately, though, we have a lot of Americans that are on the street. So if you are needing a place to stay, guys, I am going to talk about a place. I'm going to talk about New York City again today. I know we've been talking about New York City a lot here lately, but they've been just having some affordable housing openings, some groundbreaking construction that they have on their rent over there for affordable rent. And today we're going to talk about permanent housing solutions and transitional housing. Okay, that's what we are going to talk about. And we're going to talk about New York City. Why? Because it is a big place. It is a big city, and a lot of people need a place to lay their head at night. All right, so if you are not in New York City, I would urge that you call these places that I am going to give you today. This place that's in charge of this permanent housing solution units and program over here is someone that cares, that is very supportive of the homeless community, and they want to help break the cycle of homelessness. All right, that's what they want to do. So I would urge, if you're in a different city and you need a place to stay and you cannot find a shelter or a place to stay, that you may even can get over to this place. If you call them and talk to them, I don't know how long you can stay for each unit. I'm just going to give you the information on where it is. That's what's important, and you can do the other footwork for that. All right, and find out how long that you can stay. Usually with a permanent housing place or transitional housing place, you get some time to get yourself on your feet. All right, so kudos again to New York City. I love New York City. As I said before, I probably would live in New York City. Just so darn cold. All right, so I'm going to get on here and get off. I have to wash my hair, so yeah, excuse it. I am in my lounging clothes. It is Sunday, so what does Sunday mean? Sunday and Mondays we talk affordable housing here. So what I ask you to do, guys, is to pass this information to your homeless communities, your families and friends who actually need affordable housing. That's why I created this community. So Sundays and Mondays we talk affordable housing while living here in America, and it takes a village, it takes a community, it takes us. So I ask you to pass the baton to people. So it starts right here with us, this circle of community, to get the messages out here. I won't talk about food today, guys. If you need food, if you need assistance, food assistance, if you need diapers, anything like that, please go through my affordable housing playlist, because a lot of that information is in there. I will not talk about that today because sometimes the algorithm, when I just talk about food, it just doesn't move the needle, but people need those resources. So today we'll just talk about permanent housing solutions and all of that, but there is food help in the affordable housing playlist. All right, because we know people need food because the government shut down, no food stamps in November, all of that stuff. And also you can look through my weekly videos. We'll talk about some food, you know, that you can make that's kind of easy and simple and affordable to make. All right, getting started. Let's just go to the place. I believe I have 24 places, I believe, that I counted for you guys. It is in the New York City area and the Rochester, New York area. All right, so B Tanz's residence, that is B as in boy, E as in Edward, T as in Tom, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, C as in Charlie, E as in Edward, S as in Sam, B10's residence. All right, so they have 152 units there. Surely somebody can get into there. All right, it's on 142nd Street in Bronx, New York, guys, in Bronx, New York. All right, our next place, Boston Road. All right, they have 154 units. It's in Bronx, New York. All right, so that's the name of the complex, or the units over there, is Boston Road. Please contact them. I do not have a telephone number, but you can Google that. All right, The next place has 190 units. And these are all fairly new. Some of them opened in 2022. Some of them opened far back as 2010, but they are new as well, guys. The Brook, Brook. All right, so go to the Brook. Also, Eastman Commons. It is in Rochester, New York. They have 80 units there. Eastman Commons. All right, Eastman. All right, 72 units in Brooklyn, New York. The Domenech, Domenech. All right. Also, the Christopher has a 207 units, guys. It is on 24th Street, New York, New York. I probably walked past it, so I didn't know it was a permanent housing solution or transitional housing. I'm just looking here at the building, and it looks like one of those nice hotels or something, so I did not even realize. All right, so New York, New York, the Christopher, guys, they have 207 units. The Hedgeman, Hegeman, Brooklyn, New York, has 161 units. The Dorothy Ross Friedman Residence on West 57th Street, New York, New York, has 178 units, guys. And Etwin's Place, 126 units in Brooklyn, New York. Park House, Bronx, New York, has 248 units, all right? On Park Avenue, Park House, guys. The Lee, New York, New York, 262 units, all right? On Pitt Street, the Lee, L-E-E, all right? La Central on Bergen Avenue in Bronx, New York, has 160 units. The Cheshire Horn and Cheshire Horn Street, Brooklyn, New York, has 217 units. It is SCHERMERHORN, guys, okay? Brooklyn, New York, Redwood Senior Living has 80 units. The Prince George on East 28th Street of New York, New York, has 415 units. Like I said, I have been walking past these places and I have thought that they were boutique hotels. The Times Square on 43rd Street, New York, New York, has 652 units. So some of these may be actually hotels, but have designated units for affordable housing, for permanent solution housing and transitional housing, okay? 40 Riverside is what it's called, on 40 Riverside Boulevard, New York, New York, has 55 units. Webster Avenue on East 178th Street in Bronx, New York, has 170 units. On 3rd Avenue in New York City, there's 434 units. It is called 1760 3rd Avenue. 1760 3rd Avenue, guys. All right, 90 Sands is what it's called. It is the address as well. 90 Sands Street, Brooklyn, New York, has 491 units. And Jamaica, New York, Sutphin Senior Residence and Clinic. That is on Sutphin Boulevard. That is Sutphin Boulevard. They have 173 units there. All right, so what I have given you just there is permanent housing, all right? So transitional housing, I'm going to give you some places for those. So that was actually permanent housing. Transitional housing is for individuals experiencing street homelessness who are not ready yet to transition into permanent housing, as well as those who may have struggled in other housing programs, all right? So these are going to offer clean short-term rental units with on-site case management, clinical services available to meet the needs of the residents and help them eventually secure permanent housing, all right? So private and safe, guys, this is what this is. Mid-Safe Haven is what it's called. They have 51 units there. It's in Brooklyn, New York. And East Flatbush Safe Haven is in the Flatbush, Crown Heights, Brooklyn, New York area, has 110 units. And the Andrews, all right, is in Bowery, New York, has 146 units. West 83rd Street Safe Haven is what it's called, in New York, New York, has about 80 units. They're going to up it. It's eventually going to have 108 units, all right? So they are building there. The Crane, C-R-A-N-E is what it's called, in Union Square, New York, New York, has 100 units. Just opened 3 years ago, 2022. So check that out, fairly new. And also Williamsburg Safe Haven is what it's called. It's in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. They have 78 units. The Continental Safe Haven in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, New York, guys, has 145 units. All right. That is our permanent housing, and that is our transitional housing. Please pass it to the people that you know that are on the streets, all right? Pass it to your homeless communities, your families and friends, all right, who are out there struggling, looking for a place to stay. If you're not a subscriber, tune in here Sundays and Mondays, all right? Be alerted, put on your notifications. Also know there's other stuff on this channel. So if you're just looking for housing, it is on Sundays and Mondays only, all right? Unless something else comes up during the week. But you want to be staying on the lookout. So pass it along, share this video out. Like I said, pass the baton, spread the love. It's enough housing out here. Sometimes we just have to be a little bit more patient, all right? Do what we can to help one another. We have to help our communities. We have to help our neighbors. We have to help people, all right? People suffer because we do not share love. All right, with that being said, I love you. I'll see you again real soon. Be well and be safe out here.